Apple might have completely lost the premium smartwatch war, and Cupertino should be absolutely terrified right now. While we have been sitting around waiting for the Apple Watch Ultra to give us something actually revolutionary instead of just a fresh coat of paint, a slightly brighter screen, or minor internal tweaks, leak supply chain blueprints just exposed Garmin's upcoming Fenix 9 Pro. Let us be real for a second. If even half of these technical specifications hit the final production line later this year, it makes Apple's flagship outdoor wearable look like a glorified toy. I love my Apple Watch Ultra as a daily driver for its seamless integration and beautiful display, but honestly, I will believe it when I see Apple match what Garmin is putting on the table here. This is a massive wake-up call for the Apple ecosystem, and it proves that resting on your laurels gets you completely left behind by competitors who are willing to push hardware boundaries. Let us look at the display technology first because this is where the real battle lines are being drawn. Right now, display supply chain consultants analyst Ross Young has dropped a massive report corroborating that Garmin is moving toward a radical next-generation panel that completely eliminates the worst trade-offs of modern smartwatches. Usually, you are stuck choosing between a beautiful, power-hungry AMOLED panel or a dull, battery-saving memory and pixel screen that looks great in bright sunlight but completely dead indoors. According to insights published by the LEC, Garmin is planning to debut a spectacular variable refresh rate, micro-LED hybrid setup. This screen scales down dynamically to save massive amounts of energy when static, but it ramps up to deliver blinding peak brightness under full midday sun. DigiTimes recently tracked component orders from panel manufacturers showing a heavily reduced bezel design that stretches the active display area closer to the edge of the titanium casing. It gives you an ultra-modern aesthetic without actually making the footprint on your wrist look ridiculously bulky. Apple has been trying to figure out micro-LED yields with TSMC for years now, but thermal throttling and production costs have consistently pushed their timelines back. If Garmin pulls this off first, it is an absolute embarrassment for Apple engineering teams who pride themselves on being display pioneers. But the absolute holy grail of outdoor adventure watches has always been battery endurance. Apple can brag about their optimized low-power modes all they want, but Mark Gurman from Bloomberg recently noted that Cupertino is still struggling to push past a basic multi-day window without needing a wall charger. Garmin is completely changing the rules of the game. Supply chain insights point toward a massive breakthrough in battery chemistry paired with an advanced solar collection layer layered directly beneath the sapphire glass. By completely replacing the traditional ugly solar ring around the bezel with a fully transparent layer, the light absorption efficiency goes through the roof. For anyone doing moderate outdoor tracking with daily ambient sunlight exposure, this unlocks true forever battery potential. We are talking about infinite runtime in standard smartwatch mode. Even if you are an extreme backcountry explorer running heavy multi-band navigation that usually causes massive power draw, this new solar efficiency offsets the drain so heavily that your tracking capabilities stretch out for weeks or months. How many of you would instantly dump your Apple Watch if you literally never had to plug your watch into a charger ever again? Drop a comment down below and let me know, because this is a serious paradigm shift that challenges the very definition of a wearable device. Moving on to off-grid survival features, this is where Garmin is taking aim at Apple's satellite safety narrative. Makotakra recently highlighted leaked internal schematics showing a highly revolutionary unified global navigation and communication antenna array hidden inside the watch chassis. Garmin is aiming to completely eliminate the need to carry a heavy dedicated satellite communicator or pay a premium monthly subscription just to keep your peace of mind. This new flagship is introducing standalone, built-in two-way satellite messaging and emergency SOS connectivity, cooked right into the hardware. This unique configuration handles global cellular bands and satellite frequencies simultaneously without adding an ounce of extra bulk. You will be able to send custom text messages, share live coordinates with your family back home, and trigger a medical rescue directly from your wrist, completely independent of your smartphone. To counter Apple's built-in safety features, industry insiders suggest Garmin may provide complimentary basic emergency satellite alerts for the first couple of years, directly bypassing the standard subscription fee and targeting Apple's core survival audience. Underneath that rugged exterior, the health tracking suite is getting its most significant medical-grade overhaul in over half a decade. Leaker Shrimp Apple Pro recently shared supply chain component listings, showing a heavily redesigned optical sensor array, This new cluster features advanced light paths designed to penetrate deeper into skin tissue with zero ambient light leakage. This means you get unprecedented biometric accuracy during high-intensity interval training, heavy weightlifting, or extreme cold weather environments where peripheral blood flow changes rapidly. But the real headline feature here is the introduction of continuous, non-invasive optical blood pressure trend tracking alongside real-time biometric hydration monitoring. By analyzing subtle changes in arterial pulse wave velocity and sweat concentration metrics, the watch can literally warn you before your body approaches severe dehydration or dangerous cardiovascular strain. Apple has been chasing non-invasive blood pressure tracking for years, but regulatory hurdles and sensor accuracy have kept it trapped in the research labs while Garmin is out here ready to ship it to consumers. To process this massive wave of incoming biometric and environmental data, Garmin is deploying an ultra-efficient processor chip running a localized artificial intelligence training architect. Instead of throwing generic recovery times or basic training readiness scores at you, this on-wrist processing engine learns your personal physiological baselines over weeks of wear. It actively analyzes how your heart rate variability responds to altitude changes, extreme heat, poor sleep quality, and mental stress to give you hyper-customized pacing adjustments right in the middle of a workout. Apple relies heavily on cloud processing and powerful silicon, but Garmin is focusing on hyper-efficient localized algorithms to preserve that insane battery life. As for the build quality, expect a fully forged aerospace-grade titanium bezel and rear casing treated with an ultra-durable diamond-like carbon coating to resist deep scratches and heavy impacts. It retains a strict 100-meter water resistance rating with full dive computer capabilities, but the overall profile is rumored to be noticeably thinner and lighter than previous iterations, making it way more comfortable to wear to sleep for tracking deep recovery data. Internal production schedules leaked out of Taiwan indicate that Garmin is moving to a highly competitive yearly release rhythm, aiming for a September to October launch window to directly collide with Apple's traditional iPhone and Apple Watch event schedules. Of course, you will have to pay the premium Apple tax equivalent for this level of hardware. Estimated pricing for the base titanium models will likely start around $1,000, with premium Sapphire editions climbing up toward $1,200. It is an undeniably steep price tag, but when you look at the sheer amount of specialized, life-saving gear this single device replaces, it makes you wonder if Apple's upcoming Ultra refresh is already obsolete before it even launches.